Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, everybody. And after another amazing race weekend, Amani and I are back. Monday Vibes podcast. What's going on, Amani? How are you?
This ain't cooling like the other side of the pillow. You know what I'm saying?
Re- just cooling because there's so many things that we have to talk about today.
Yeah, we should definitely talk about how Mercedes might be a little different next year. Mm-hmm.
You're gonna jump
Maybe.
straight to that. I thought that you were just gonna leave with whole Kimi Antonelli because you were just yapping about Kimi Antonelli during our last episode.
What did I
So
did I say he's gonna win the whole thing this year?
if you did, I wouldn't be surprised at this point. But I know that you were on one last time because they were in China, and you said that that race delivered. Now, I know this time we're in Japan, in Suzuka, and Kimi Antonelli pulled he's history maker, one.
Mm-hmm.
Two, it just seems like that Mercedes is doing what it do. And he left George Russell in the dust. So my question to you is, what are your thoughts on Kimi Antonelli?
Well,
Because
Kimi
you've been talking
Antonelli.
about Kimi Antonelli, not even last year because we didn't have a podcast last year. You were talking about him the year before on our
Yes.
podcast. Yeah.
Yes. When your boy Mr. Wolf praised him and having rule changes because of him because he found his Max Verstappen basically. And so, but did I expect Kimmy to perform this good? Yeah, because they got a supercar and he's hungry. He's hungry just like Oscar's hungry, just like Ollie Berman, how he's hungry. Hajar's hungry. So, like you said last week, it's all these kids that are hungry, and he's hungry. He doesn't, he's not caring about George Russell. George Russell thinks he's Mercedes, and he's only Williams.
I mean, you could definitely see that during the race, but let's talk about the race start because the race start got away from Kimmy a little bit. Like even Total Wolf said it during his interview. He was like, "Look, we need to practice on race starts while we're away for the next month." And I think anybody who watched that could definitely agree. But he ended up getting it back in the end. Safety car helped him out, so it all worked out for Kimmy. But there are some gaps that he still needs to work on. Now, George Russell,
Ooh.
did I feel bad for George Russell? I don't know. I don't know if I really did. But I know that he's having some second thoughts about where his place is in Mercedes, right? Because
He
I didn't
is.
think that he thought, no, but I didn't think that he thought that Kimi Antonelli was going to come out swinging the way that he has.
George Russell thinks that he is the best driver on the field. He comes in, you know,
Wait a
clean
minute. To be
cut.
fair, though, to be fair, don't all Formula One drivers think that they're the best driver on the grid?
That, I mean, I guess, but then listen, I don't know. I mean, shout out to Aston Martin. You know what I'm saying? I don't think Falonzo or well, um, Stroll. He don't know what's going on. So
Well, yeah,
he's
he
just
went on
there.
vacation halfway through the race, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
they just retired the car and then,
And on top of that, Aston Martin did get a new principal, right?
yes, yes, let's talk
Yeah.
about that, right?
Which
Because
which it did help because they actually finished the race. So I was wrong. I just want to put that out there. I lost my bet because I had them not even finishing a race this year at all. That's how terrible they are at all. So I guess the whole switchover maybe helped a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But it's all. I mean,
so I can't blame Adrian Newey anymore. Now they have a new team principal. I have to find somebody else to blame. I still blame
it's
Adrian Newey
Honda.
for
But
everything.
it's Daddy Stroll and Honda because Daddy Stroll don't care what go. He doesn't care what happens. Why would you take that? Well, only reason he took that position was because of the money.
You mean Daddy Stroll did?
No, Adrian Newey and
Okay.
old dude came over from Audi. Like, why would you leave Audi? Why would you leave Audi to go to Aston Martin?
But don't you think that they were in talks before it was even announced? Like he probably went to Audi knowing that he was being courted by Aston Martin the whole entire time. I'm trying to tell you, this is how these Formula One people work. That
That's true.
wasn't one day he woke up and Daddy Stroll said, who can I get to run the team? Let me see. No, that's not what happened. You know that Daddy Stroll um was courting the former team principal of Audi for a while.
I don't think he's that. I don't think he's that aware. I don't think I can give him that credit.
Yeah.
I don't think he's aware of what's going on.
Well, we'll see. That still remains to be seen. But Cadillac,
I love it.
what do you think about Cadillac? Keep
Keep
finishing
finishing
race.
the races.
Yes, that's all
Keep
we can
finishing
ask for,
races.
right?
We'll talk about you
I
next
still
year.
feel like they're America's team, but yeah,
Of
they
course,
still need to
yeah. Just
continue to
finish
finish the races.
and then get a good development. Um. Oh, man, listen. George Russell will be available next year, so
Amani, why do you keep putting George Russell out the seat? I went through a whole big spill last episode on how George Russell became to be what we call Mercedes, okay? How he beat Valtteri Bottas out of the seat and Lewis Hamilton leaves, and he's supposed to be the shining star of the team. Now, I don't know. Kimi Antonelli looks like he's here to take it away. But like you said, these rookies are a different breed. Seriously. I mean, I
mhm,
remember when all the rookies showed up in 2021, right? And we talked about this the previous episode. They were they were a bit timid, especially like Lando Norris, right? When they got into the car initially. But after they got acclimated and they started driving, that's when you start seeing the performance.
mhm,
You were still looking at the veterans of Formula One. At that point was who? Sebastian Vettel, Lewis Hamilton, you know. So with that being said, these new rookies, man, they're laying everything out on the line.
mhm.
And
Yep.
so is your prediction that Kimi Antonelli's going to win the 2026 title and we only
Yeah.
are in the third race? Are you
Yeah.
serious?
Because listen, I said this before, and I have sources
Mhm.
somewhere. Don't worry about my sources. I have sources. Like I said, if Bahrain was the next race, he finishes 30 seconds before everybody.
You just think it's a rocket and it's over.
It's that what it's the, it, just I'm looking at course. I'm looking at these racetracks with just incredibly long straights, like Vegas, incredibly long straights, just going right there, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Any of those courses, like okay, Mercedes not gonna win in probably in Italy, right? Because that's a whatever. I don't like Italy. They're not gonna live. They're not gonna win in Monaco. Lewis might actually win Monaco because of the whole whatever. You know, what they win like in Hungary, like but anything like even like Silverstone, that
Yeah.
like we talked about the Sir Lewis Hamilton Straight is they might change the name on it because like I said, it's any incredibly long straights until somebody shows me that they caught. Even if they catch up, even if they catch up to Mercedes is going to turn the dial up a little bit more, just enough that you just don't get too close. That's it.
Well, Oscar Piastri did give a little bit of a fight to
He finished.
Mercedes. Just
He's
just a little bit. I
Kimmy
mean,
still finished 15 seconds.
I know that's what I was saying a little bit, okay? I'm trying.
I didn't. I see. It was so crazy when Kimmy finished. I said, "Wow,
Mhm.
that's crazy, dude." They were still talking about Piastri driving.
I
I said,
think
what
they
the?
were still like thinking like, oh, no, it was Pierre Gasly and Max Verstappen.
Yeah. What was like?
We
What is
were like, yo,
this?
the race is over. Like, what are y'all talking about? Pierre Gasly and Max Verstappen. That was crazy. But
Jeez.
yeah. But so let's talk about McLaren because this is the race that Piastri, he put it on, of course.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that he did well considering that he has not been able to race the last couple races. But do you think it's too little too late for McLaren?
I mean, yeah. Listen, until Mercedes show me that, I think it's just too late for anybody. That's just. I mean, I might, people might listen to this and go, "This guy don't know what he's talking about." But we've seen this even in Barcelona when it was testing out these. They was incredibly fast. Then they turned it down. I mean, listen. The one thing I like about Toto is that his motto is, "You ain't if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying."
Oh my gosh. Okay, no. All right, that's not his mouth. That sounds like some Christian corner. Okay. Now, now I do have to admit, does Total Wolf sandbag a bit? He does.
A bit
Mercedes, Mercedes has been known to sandbag. We know this, right? But cheat, like all out cheat, what constitute is cheating, Amani?
because for what I understand, and listen, I need my technical people listening to this. I'm just I'm gonna be all over the place with this. I'm not. This is not the podcast for technical engineering. Just I'm gonna just let y'all know that. Okay, but here we go. This is the whole thing, right? Is that for what I know is that he has to stay a certain length in certain seconds, because if not, in the rule book, everybody he's the thing that Toto is doing is that he's not letting everybody upgrade so fast to catch up with Mercedes. So if he's speeding, he's doing all this, if he's winning at 30 a minute every race, lapping
You
everybody
said
three
30
times,
minutes.
lapping everybody 3 times, then that forces everybody to upgrade quicker than expected. And with
Hmm.
more upgrades. For what I understand, right? Just bear with me. And what he's doing, he has it just enough that Ferrari can't upgrade as quickly. That McLaren can't upgrade quickly. That Diet Red Bull can't upgrade quickly. You know what I'm saying? So it's like he knows the rules. And this is his time. He's been waiting for this for a long time to do this. So a little bit sandbagging, dude. It is Huntington Beach
Out this piece.
over there. They building sandcastles galore. Sandbagging.
Oh man.
Jeez.
So the month off, Mercedes is just kicked up in the beach chairs, or are they really like trying to find out how they can get more speed and more power out the car?
Listen,
Because I think for Ferrari, they still have a lot of work to do
yeah,
to be able to build more performance for the
yes,
car. Because I mean, they look promising like the first two races, but then, well, no, even in China, you heard Lewis say that he needed more power.
mm-hmm.
And this race, we saw that he needed more power. I
And
mean, the
that's where they're
way
gonna
that
mess
he
up.
was just getting overtaken by so many
Mm-hmm.
drivers is something that it pains me to see, because I really want him to be 8-time world champion. But the performance has to be there. But you see, Chuck though, Chuck he was in the fight till he wasn't.
Well, look, Ferrari is still. They still have the best in the curves, right?
Yeah,
That
well, yes,
100%.
it's the straights that
It's the
Mercedes
straight.
takes off and leaves them.
Yeah,
Yes.
Mercedes not good at the curves, but Ferrari has the best car that goes around the curves. Period.
Hmm.
Here's the problem with Ferrari, which I just don't understand. We're talking about Ferrari. We're not talking about Honda. We're not talking about, Toyota. We're talking about Ferrari wins. It just don't
Yes,
make no
they
sense.
do.
Why can't? But
In
see,
other racing series, not in
also,
Formula One in a
yes,
while.
but they thinking Ferrari's still thinking that there's still top stuff over there. So
Do
I
you
feel
think
like
it's
that.
that, or I think that, okay, I'm
Yes,
just being optimistic. I think that they're trying to work out the kinks. They're still trying to
I,
work out the kinks. They have new people helping design the car. They have a new driver that they have brought on, so they have to listen to all his feedback, and they have to get with Lewis. It's like, I'm just trying to give them the benefit of the doubt here. Lewis even said it himself. You cannot join a team, jump in a car, and just start winning championships. You just can't do that.
He did a
So
Mercedes.
have we at least seen an vast improvement from when Lewis first joined the team to
Yes,
now?
we have seen a vast improvement since Michael Schumacher.
Okay.
Yes, a vast improvement. But we have this conversation every year. Is that they do good and then they fuck up. They do
Or like,
Ferrari want to be Ferrari. I think what's going to happen is, I really hope it don't. Oh my gosh, is that they're going to have these bootleg engineers over there, and they're gonna really, oh, you need more power, let's turn more power up, and they're gonna start messing up. That's why I don't want. I just don't
okay.
want that. I just don't want that to happen. I just don't, because if you can't be,
Bootleg engineers did not win Le Mans. Okay, that's all I have to say.
no, but that's what I'm saying. If they just, look, I think Ferrari just need to sit back, and they need to probably take everybody from every other racing series and bring them over to Ferrari. I think they
Bring them
need
over
to
to
just,
Formula One.
I mean, Formula One,
Yeah.
yeah, because they thinking that they're still in the '90s. It is what it is. There's a whole mindset. I would love to see how much creative insight, does that Ferrari has over there. Like, who's really calling the shots? Because I don't think there's no, because like I said, Total Wolf is whatever Mercedes, they listen. You think Fred? I mean, well, yeah, they
You mean
listen.
to Toto? Okay, so you mean they listen to Toto?
They still listen to Mercedes, yeah, because he knows what he's doing. They're not going to question him as much. I guess I'll say they're not going to question him as much. I mean, they got rid of Lewis. I mean, you think Mercedes? Well, I mean, what do you think? Well, that guy, that's this little kid. I think he's the next Max. So I just really believe that. I mean, I think they got to listen. I think Fred knows what he's doing. I trust Fred over there 100%. I think Fred knows what he's doing. I think he's a very good principal. I've been in my top 3 principals right now. He's really good. But it's just, I think it's the suits. I don't think they listen to
Mm,
Fred. I really don't.
mm,
And I really think, like I said, you got a month to get this straight. Now, I don't know how Miami's gonna do. I gotta look at that, because I mean, I feel like that's a McLaren, like Piastri might get that one. But
mm.
are they gonna listen to Fred? They got a month. They're gonna listen to Lewis. Hey, this one needs to happen. They need more power. Can we figure this out now? You know, how much time and effort are they gonna put into this? How serious are you wanting to
I
win?
think that a month should suffice at this
You
point.
would think that it's Ferrari. Ferrari has taken summer breaks, come back in
and
the
can't
fall.
and then trash.
Over, done. We looking at each other going, "What is this? What is last
What
place? What?
happened? Okay, wait a minute. Y'all were just winning races. How's the engine blowing up?
Jeez."
Oh
That's how I
my
look at it.
gosh, poor Carlos Sainz. Remember, he was like trying to stop the car from rolling back, and it was on fire.
Yeah, it was like, what is this? We're looking like, oh, the Ferrari
Oh,
and Ferrari.
wow, wow. I hope no. I hope we never see those days ever again. I hope they are long gone.
I hope it's not, but I feel like it's right there.
But
You want more power? Here you go.
there has been a common thread in the recent comments that you have made. You have mentioned Max a few times.
Mm-hmm.
So let's go ahead and talk about Max because
All right.
Max finished behind my guy, Pierre Gasly, which
Oh yeah,
yeah, him,
the
Mr.
gas man.
Consistent in the 10 in the
Yeah,
10 and above
yeah.
places. Okay. Huge shout
Mister.
out to Pierre Gasly, by the way. Listen, I have believed in you since your win in Monza. Okay. And I'm so glad that even in that Alpine, you have been consistent to at least score points these
Anybody can
last
win
three
in
races.
Monza.
Let's keep the party going, Pierre. Let's keep the party going.
Anybody
But
can win in Monza.
did you see Max Verstappen was waving at Pierre Gasly down the straight?
Yeah, listen, and this is what I'm keep telling. Watch. for future reference, this is everybody listening right now.
What was
Listen
that
to
about?
Max. He knows. Max knows what car he's in. Max knows Red Bull right now. And like I said, watch how he reacts in the future of this year. I don't think he's going to throw no hissy fits this year. I don't think so.
Okay, so the rumor
Mm-hmm.
mill in Formula One is Max Verstappen is leaving Red Bull. Now,
Yes.
is he leaving Red Bull to go to another team? Or is he leaving Red Bull to go to another driving series? But a lot of people are thinking, look, there's just this aura around Max. He's talking about Mario Kart. He's over here waving at Pierre Gasly. And he's not getting upset. He understands that the car isn't up to par in performance,
Mm-hmm.
and it's not like he's okay with it, but he's not being like has all the fiery responses that the Max Verstappen we know would have had at least about 3 years ago.
Well, yeah, because he listen, when you know that it's not the same team no more, and the diet Red Bulls are like better than the grown up Red Bulls, it becomes a problem.
So Yuki
So
might be getting his seat back next year.
he was already looking for his way out. He was already about to go to Aston Martin. And Adrian Newey was like, "Nah, don't come over here. You don't want this. So don't go. Don't come over here. It
Well,
is
I'm
a
glad. I know he's
train
happy he
wreck.
didn't.
Yeah, it is a train wreck over there. Like I said, he didn't. So now he's trying to look for his way out. So why not just go to Mercedes? Hold on, what are you talking about? Mercedes, they
Hold
have the
on. Wait
drivers.
a minute. So is that your 2027 prediction?
Yes.
Okay, what's the lineup at Mercedes in 27?
Well, it's going to be Kimi and Max Verstappen.
Wow. I cannot see Max Verstappen in a Mercedes uniform.
Total Wolf
I
can.
cannot. I
Total
know.
Wolf
I
can.
know. Look, I agree with you. Yes, Total Wolf can.
Yeah.
But I'm just trying to tell you, as a former Mercedes fan, and I still drive a Mercedes, I don't.
Gotcha.
Okay. That's all
Better
I'm
trade it
saying.
in. Better trade it in for that
What, for a
F430.
Ferrari?
F430. They on sale.
Oh my God. Okay, let me go ahead and put that on layaway now.
Yeah,
Pick it up in
better.
like
Well,
2038.
no, you 20. Just pick it up in 27 when he leaves. He goes to Mercedes. That should be good by then. Yeah, but now
Mm,
that's because for what I understand is that he has a he has a performance clause in his contract. George does.
but is he performing horribly, Amani?
It's
He is
not
not.
that.
It's
It's
only the
not
third
that.
race. What
It's
is
not.
it?
For what I understand, this is the sources I have. Okay, the sources I have is that it's more about Kimmy winning before him.
Mm.
Yes,
So there's a clause basically saying that if Kimmy outperforms Russell, then Toto can drop him.
he don't have to resign
Is
him.
that what you're saying?
It's he has, I think in 26, yeah, he has to perform uh he had to do a performance in 26, and he has to meet these goals before 27, or he can drop him from the contract.
Mm.
And that's where Max comes in. Boom. Right there. But
Or wait, hold on. Or that's where Lewis comes back. Boom. I'm kidding.
never go back to your ex. Never
Look,
go back to
look,
your ex.
guys, look. I still have the Still I Rise, right? And I have the team, LH44. And I still have Lewis and Mercedes with the Wakanda forever. Okay. I That will always be Lewis's team. What did Toto say? There's our driver. There's our driver. I don't care. He's still our driver.
He knows.
And no,
You
that's what
know.
I'm saying. So I don't know. There might be like a complete grid shakeup, and then Lewis goes back to Mercedes. You'll be like, oh, and boots
But
Max Verstappen out the way. That would be
This,
some gangster ish for real.
well,
Like
I don't.
Lewis be like, you know what, Max? Nah, nah, you can't have Mercedes. No, I'm going back.
But
Bye.
timeout. Would you even want George's car? I wouldn't even want George's car because he's getting the same
No, give
treatment.
George's car. Give George's car to Kimmy, and then he can have his old car back. It's all right.
Total Wolf is treating George Russell the same way he treated Lewis on his exit.
Okay, all right. I was just about to take a sip. Let me
Uh
ask you what I had to put it down. Say that again.
George Russell, Total Wolf, your boy, is treating George Russell, I think, the way he's treating Lewis on his exit. Just gotta tweak the car up a little bit. Let's turn down the because how does one
You
car
said let's turn down.
turn it down? That's all they're doing up there. That car is not wide open. I don't care what nobody says. It's not wide open.
Okay, let me ask you this: since that you are the
Mhm.
premier conspiracy theorist
I got
of
sources.
Mercedes, okay? So let me ask you this, Mr. Conspiracy Theory of
I got
Mercedes,
sources.
Imani. What makes the team principal favor one driver over another by turning the car up or down in performance?
I don't know.
Since you know so much.
We should just call Christian and see what he thinks about that question because he did it. Christian Horner, he did it.
Okay.
Total Wolf knows what he's doing over there. He knows what he. That's the thing. That whatever happens at Mercedes, Total is complete control of that.
Okay.
He knows. This is not. This is not. The American over at McLaren. It ain't your boy over there. You know what I'm saying?
Zach. Good
Yeah,
old
it's
Zach
not.
Brown.
It's not Zach. You know what I'm saying? Toto knows. He had his foot in every single wire in that car. Every single contract he got his. He's the CEO, president,
Co-owner.
minister. You know what I'm saying?
Co-owner now. He's co-owner now.
Yeah, co-owner. He has everything. He's not, dude. Toto, and I give Toto credit. Toto is probably the smartest principal probably ever. If I'm not mistaken, because he just knows. He knows he puts stuff in places.
One
He
of the
knows.
most successful team principals in Formula
Well,
One. I mean,
because
him
of
and Race.
Lewis, yes.
Yes, but we're talking about team principles.
Well, yes, but I mean, he had a cheat code, yes, but the smartest.
Keep referring to Total Wolf as a cheater. I don't know how I feel about this.
You're
Total
not
Wolf is
cheating.
not a cheater.
He's Bill Belichick.
Okay. I see. I already know it's a matter of time before you're going to bring football into the
He's
equation.
Bill Belichick.
No,
Bill
he's not.
Belichick. He won his. Listen, he won all them championships. Yes, but he knew sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do, and I'm not mad at that because, like I said, you think Ferrari fans be like, hey, I wish our team principal did that. You know what I'm saying? Yes, that's a lot of NFL fans wish their coach did what Bill Belichick did to win a Super Bowl. Yeah, deflate these balls. Go ahead. I'm a Falcons fan. Yeah, go ahead. Deflate them all the way.
Oh
This
my
is it's
gosh.
the same thing with Toto. He knows what he's doing.
That is insane.
He gotta get Georgia out of there. Try to get Max. But here's the deal. This is a question that's gonna be of the century because we gotta deal
Mhm.
with this 2030. This is the 2030, maybe 2031 or whatever the contract is for these new engine parts, whatever. If Max goes to Mercedes, does ratings go down? Because it's gonna be more crazier when Max won his last one.
I just wonder how the team culture is going to change if Max is there.
Well, I mean, Max don't
Because
care.
the culture of Red Bull is vastly different from the way that Mercedes is.
Yes.
You know, so how would he fit into the culture of Mercedes would be my question.
You know what?
And
Go ahead.
no, but then also too, one thing that I did notice, and I kept hearing over and over too, is that the drivers had to, these last few races since the new regulation changes have been a bit difficult for them because they've gotten so used to the way that the car
Oh my
operates in
gosh.
previous years. So now what they're saying is that because of the regulation changes, they really have to pay attention to the setup and what they're doing while they're driving because they're trying to see what works and what doesn't work.
Oh my
And poor
gosh. They're
Alex
losing.
Arbon. No, but Alex Arbon, didn't you hear like the commentator say that he was running a setup for Miami? And I'm like, so he wasn't even really competing? He was like doing a test run for Miami. I'm like, okay, all right.
I told you that last week how I felt about
Stop
Alex.
it. I just felt I was upset about that when I heard that. I'm like, he's doing what?
Yeah. Yeah. And then he's
Okay.
just running into people too for no reason.
Okay, stop.
You know what I'm saying? Go to Alex. Maybe Williams will learn just, doop.
Well, you know who wasn't running into everybody, including Pierre Gasly, was Esteban Ocon. Thank you,
He got
Esteban
points though.
Ocon, for staying away from Pierre Gasly, and Pierre Gasly coming in seventh. Okay, because I don't know, you just get attracted to Pierre's car like a magnet.
Well, he was too far back anyway to get close. And then Gasly, this is what I appreciate with Gasly, right? I'll give you one thing I like about Gasly is that he realized he ain't gonna win no race, so he just try to
Yes,
figure out other stuff to do on the track. Let me just hold Max. Let me just do this for fun.
he was
I'm just,
excited too. He was
I
like,
know he
"Look, I
was.
kept Max behind me. I kept Max
Look at what
behind
I
me. That's
did.
what I did. I kept Max behind me." I
Woo!
think
Look
he
what I
had
did.
flashbacks to when he was racing at Red Bull, and they had no confidence, especially Christian Horner had no confidence in Pierre Gasly. And I just
I
remember the
mean,
Drive to Survive episode. He was like, "Man, people will try to break your dreams, but you have got to believe in yourself," and that's what
and
he
you also
did.
got to be good.
He's good enough, evidently, to finish in the top 10. Just
He's al-
saying.
he's always in the top. But look at the cars. But like I said, I mean, you can fit. I can finish in the top 10 this year.
Okay.
Everybody else got problems, and all the
I'm pretty sure when Aston Martin woke up in 2026, they weren't dreaming this.
yes, I think they did. We was hearing it.
I mean, we were hearing it, but that's not what their intentions were. Like, okay, let our car be trash. No, I don't think that Daddy Stroll was like, yeah, no, it's okay for our car to be trash.
Well, I
Oh
think that's the
man, I
whole
would not
that
want to be in those meetings with him. He is so intimidating.
man. He doesn't listen. And I said this before, right? As a dental hygienist, right? You're the best on your field. Okay, number
Yeah, I
one.
mean, they don't call me LH for nothing.
Okay, and so so the best. So you're best at your field. Okay, but the thing is that although you are the best at your field, regardless, you still need the backing. You still need to go to a place, even if you go to a like a non up to date hygienic place, but if the owner of the place is willing to is trying or is all helping out and doing other stuff and I don't know cleaning the water or whatever y'all do, and then it's like it's like and then it's like it's like but you go over to Aston Martin, it's like what is this? This is the owner. You go like I said, Adrian, you went from Red Bull to Aston Martin. It's nothing over there. And I know Daddy Stroll's over there, but he don't know. He's not there. He doesn't. He still got his son driving. I know he don't take it serious.
I definitely get your point. I definitely get your point. But like I said, given the experience of Adrian Newey, he has more experience than basically anybody out there on the grid in aero and
Yeah.
designing cars. So why haven't they been able to figure it out yet, Adrian?
Well, I think first of all, I would love to see. Let's see. I would love to see when he really got over there, but they should have been developing that car. I don't think they. I think they started late developing that car for this year.
But even if they develop late and he's so good at what he does, he should just make something out of nothing.
Matter of fact, let me play a little devil advocate. And then look at the date when he signed a contract because
Oh my
I think they
gosh.
was building because they was probably building the car and get ready and they could not get it. They could not get it. So Daddy Stroll was like, let me just get the best over here. Let me get him to see what he can do. I'll make him
But
principal
my
and pay him a
thing
lot of
is,
money.
when you have to put your name on something, something like a Aston Martin Formula One car,
Mm-hmm.
don't you want to make sure that it works properly?
You would think
Your
that.
name is going on this car. Like it is Aston Martin Adrian Newey. A Aston Adrian. Because
Yeah, but
you designed the
also
car and you this is the result that they get. Like, come on. All right. Seriously. He has a month. That's all I'm saying. If they cannot even resolve the porpoising issue and both cars finish in the race, I blame Adrian.
you can't.
Still.
Okay, but if you want to walk outside right now and paint the front of your house, and you didn't know how to paint, that result is going to be way different than if you know what I'm saying. If you knew what you was doing over there, and you didn't start late, and there was people over there like, oh, well, I don't know what I'm doing. Let's just throw money at this. You can't throw money at this. You gotta hire people that's going to do the job. That's on time doing this. Adrian, you should have been hired maybe a year and a half ago. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Before last season, that probably would have had a different result. But getting hired in the middle of the season, whenever he signed, it's like they couldn't figure it out. Now they just throwing money at it. Let's get Adrian over here. He's the best. Get Adrian. He can fix it. No, he went over there. He went over there. And was like, "Where's the engine?" That is trolling. What engine? You wasn't built it. You know what you're doing. Built the engine. It's like what? Yeah, we trying to get Max over here real quick. Hurry up. Hold on. Hey Max, yeah, don't come over here. Let's don't come over here. And you know you've been on jobs. You know you've been on jobs where the money is so good, or you did contracts where the money is so good, but the guy that's like either the boss or the guy that's writing or the one who wants to do the work is so delusional that you're just like, I guess I just ride it out till I ride it out. So there ain't no more. Saying
I'm done. I'm done. Oh my gosh. Okay. I get your point. So Adrian has a month to at least resolve some of the issues with the cars and at least both of them
no,
finish.
time out. He's not even on the
What?
team.
Oh shit.
What are we doing?
What? What do you mean he's not?
Hey, Adrian, if you
Hold
listen
on.
to this podcast, man,
I'm like,
it
this
ain't
is
me.
hilarious.
It ain't me.
That's hilarious. I want to blame him so bad for everything. And I'm like, yo, he's still on the team, even if he isn't on the team. I don't care.
That's wild. Help us all.
Dead. I am dead. Okay. All right.
Yeah, yeah, help us
All
all.
right. See
So,
how much
but
I really pay attention to Aston Martin.
jeez, yeah, but
Oh my gosh. So Adrian, wait, hold on. So Adrian Newey, he was like, G Chuck Deuces?
I mean, he walked out. Well, you know, he probably just like, yeah, I'm done. Let me get my money.
Wow. He could do that? He
I
doesn't
mean, he's
have
on
to be with the
contract.
team and huh?
Yeah, I mean, he's on contract. He probably, I mean, depending on how the contract is rolled out.
I was about to say, no, he just did not just walk off the job like that. That's even worse.
I mean, what are you gonna do? Like the FIA finna come on. They finna hit Aston Martin with a lot of money and a lot of penalties because you got these cars got to be on the track. We don't care what goes on. You got to put cars on the track, finishing
That's
races.
crazy.
So they're gonna be like,
I just thought that that he just no longer wanted to be team principal. But okay.
I mean, listen, but I think that's what drew him over there was like we had to get him a different position. We had to get him money, you know, because And it's like, okay, let's see what he does. Daddy Stroll is like, okay, let's see what he does. Okay. Then when it don't work out, because you listen, when if
This
I'm a
is so crazy. This is race 3, and you're telling me this dude is not even there anymore? Man, see if he's still there. I need to know for certain.
yeah,
What
I
is his
won't show up.
capacity? Where is his capacity? What is his capacity at Aston Martin? I want to
If
know.
if you
What does it say?
if you replace me, I'm not showing back up. Why would I? You hire me at this position. Why would I come back at a lower position? I don't care if I get the money or not. No, I want no. You put me at team principal. Tell me team principal. You don't want me at team principal? Chuck up the deuces.
But
I'm
is he?
out.
He's not there in any capacity of money. You looked it
No,
up.
because he I'm looking at it right now. I'm trying to hit my sources up
Okay.
and see what goes on. But the whole thing is, it's like, why would I be there?
Okay. So let's talk about Mattia.
Okay.
What do you think that he's going to do with Audi?
Look, it's the same thing. Just don't wreck it. I think
But
Audi
Nico
and well,
Hulkenberg actually is pretty decent.
listen. I think they just like I said, they're just getting right now. Like I said, if you're driving for Cadillac, you're driving for Audi, you're just substitute teaching until the real teacher comes.
Wow.
That's how
Okay.
you're doing.
All right.
So so Adrian Newey is still with. So my source is saying Adrian Newey is still with Aston Martin
Thank
as
you.
of late March 2026. That's what they kind of know of right now. With while he begins a dual role as managing technical partner and team principal in early 26. To see reports indicate that he is stepping down from the team principal duties and focus on technical development. Okay, see what I'm saying?
So he's still with Aston Martin. All right. So I'm not crazy. I know that man just didn't walk away like that.
Yeah, because he's what the car ain't working, so you got to put him in position. I think, like I said,
Well,
I think that was the only way to get him over there was let's put up a team principal, see how it goes. And Adrian, you look at this going like, oh, this ain't gonna work. This car ain't gonna work because it's not NASCAR when you have your open garages. You see what goes on, and then you can kind of get a feel of what's going on. Every garage is closed, so you don't know. You hop over at you know Alpine. It's like
pull
oh
the curtain
this
back. You be like,
yeah.
oh, okay, all right. Let's pull this curtain right back
Ugh,
closed. Yeah,
look at
let's
this.
pull it like just pull it closed, right back closed
Jeez,
because
look at this.
not looking
Look at this.
good.
Look at this worn down Datsun over here. It's crazy.
You did not say the Datsun.
Shout out to everybody that got Datsuns, man. I like Datsuns. So, let's still shout at y'all. Maybe though.
Oh my gosh. Who haven't we talked about? Racing Bulls, Visa Cash App, Red Bull.
Yeah. What is it? Red Bull Light.
Yeah, the light bodies.
So they're still balling. Like I said, it's very hard to because well Oscar did good. Norris is just out there twirling his thumbs. Um, I think they're still. I mean, they're if I'm not mistaken, I think they're fifth in constructors.
Who, Oscar or the
No, I think the Diet Red Bulls.
the Diet Red Bulls? Who started calling them Diet Red Bulls? That's crazy.
I don't know. It was some streamer said that, and then I think Yuki said was like, no, we're not Diet Red Bulls or something like that.
Mm,
And it was like, yeah, okay.
okay.
So, but as long as, like I said, it's I think it's anybody's game this year. Now, I still got, like I said, if Ollie, well, that's another topic at hand with Ollie, but even with the Red Bulls being so close, they still have a chance. I think they still have a chance to finish fourth.
Okay. I was about to say, because the way that you see it is Kimi Antonelli's running off with everything. All
Yep,
right. George Russell's going to be fighting for his life to keep his seat.
and contract, yeah.
and contract. Lewis Hamilton will continue on with Ferrari, but the question is, what is Ferrari going to look like in the second half of the season? Are they going to be
Whoa,
better or are they going to be worse? Because based off of their history,
it's
they
always
gotten
worse.
worse.
Always
Okay.
worse.
Um, but this is the first time that, how can I say this? That there is a forced break. Other than like, do they have, I mean, they had the forced break during COVID. Remember,
Mm-hmm.
because they were in Australia and then
Yep.
they shut down everything and they're like, cash is king.
Mm-hmm.
And then they shut down everything because
Yep.
of COVID, right? So that was the first time that we saw it. But now this is a different type of forced break. And
Right.
this is something that they were not anticipating at all,
No.
not being able to return to the Middle East for the month of April. So, with that being said, what do you think that that means as far as development? I mean, they're going to, a lot of them are going back to the factories. They're going to be working hard with the engineers and with the rest of the members of the team to make sure that they have the best car possible for Miami. Do you actually think there are going to be some upgrades going on? And also, like, I'm hoping that there will be, they will find some power somewhere in the Ferrari for Miami. I don't know where they'll finish and what that means, but I'm just hoping that they'll be a bit more competitive because, you know, Amani, when you think about Ferrari, it's not like they're so bad that they're not competitive with Mercedes. They are actually the next team to be competitive with Mercedes. It's just they don't have the
This
straight
year.
line speed. Yeah, no, no, that's what I'm talking about this
Okay.
year,
Okay.
right?
All right. All right.
When you start talking about any other team, it's like, of course, McLaren finally showed up to the party. Here it is, like 11:30.
Oscar
Everybody's on
did.
their fifth. Well, okay, Oscar did.
Mm-hmm.
But,
Yeah.
you show up to the party, everybody's on their fifth drink, and you're taking your first. Get it? But I really feel like the positioning of Ferrari, it's like they need to do the best that they can do in the beginning because no telling what this race season is going to be. And I'm making a bold prediction now. I think it's going to be done. The finale of Formula One is going to be in Las Vegas. They're not even going to go back to the Middle East, especially granted what's going on now there. I mean, they
Yeah.
have deployed United States like over 50,000 troops from the US to the Middle East.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, that doesn't
Mm-hmm.
sound like they're going to be pulling out of there in like 6 to 8 weeks, if you ask
Nope.
me.
Mm-mm. So some years going on there,
Yes,
but
that's what it looks like. That's what it sounds like to me. So I mean, you're talking about not even two races being cut out. You're talking about four races being cut out. Like that's a massive amount of points that all the drivers are going to be
that's what
losing.
I'm saying.
So
That's what I'm
the
saying.
stakes are going to get even
Mm-hmm.
higher because
Mm-hmm.
they're losing these 2 to 4 races. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, Ferrari has to find it somewhere. And I'm being optimistic. Ferrari is not impossible. You guys just got to get your Ferrari
How long?
brains working
How
better.
long? How long have we been saying this? Ferrari is not impossible.
It's
Ferrari, you can do
not.
it.
And they're right there. They're right there.
Or how long? How long have we been saying that Ferrari's right there? How many years have we been saying this? We've been saying this
Money.
ever since Michael Schumacher left. It's the same. We've been saying the same thing.
Look,
When y'all gonna wake up? Oh, it's their year. When they gonna wake
what
up?
do
Maybe
you
next
want
year.
them to do? You want them to go get Juan Fangio and Nikki Lauda out the grave? Like,
Hey,
what do
hey,
you
hey,
want them to do?
their performance actually might get a little better if that happens. Jeez Louise.
Go
I mean, you
get
got.
Nikki Lauda. Just go dig him up. Go dig Juan Fangio up. We need.
I mean, you got the best driver ever, and then you can't figure. Oh, because you just think that. You just think that you have Lewis Hamilton. You give him every opportunity you can get. You can give him everything. You would think that. No. Mm-mm. No. No, we're not gonna do this. We can win without him. Which,
Okay.
which to their point, Ferrari. Let me just say this, and I am a recently Ferrari fan. Is that Ferrari has never developed a driver before. I mean, no, in the comments, I'm wrong with that, but they never developed their own driver. Everybody came over. Who's it? Yeah, everybody came over. Nobody started with Ferrari, and they had a
Yeah,
development program.
because Chuck came from Sauber.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah,
So,
he
so
did.
that right there says a lot about Ferrari. At that, and I've always said that they can't even get that right. You know what I'm saying?
Do
Like,
you think that that's the secret sauce in modern day Formula One, the development of the driver, i.e., Kimi Antonelli and Max Verstappen?
yes, yes, it's the
Okay.
same thing. Like it's the same thing like in NFL. If you can draft good, you can win championships. A lot of teams don't draft good, i.e., like getting like Anthony Richardson on the Colts. A lot of people just don't draft good because they go off the hype of this guy does this, but they don't do the researching on that. And they were kind of, and
Hmm.
then if he don't work, they're relying on it's the whole like with JJ McCarthy in Minnesota. They draft him, not doing their homework. He's such a trash ass quarterback. You know what I'm saying? But they bring like Sam Donald in here and they kick him out. He won the Super Bowl. Oh, look at that! Wow, crazy, right? Crazy. Now with Minnesota, but the whole thing with Ferrari is this: if you cannot even develop in your own system, look at it. Leclerc is probably the best driver to come out of a Ferrari system, and he hasn't even sniffed the podium of winning a championship because he's so comfortable
Yeah.
on being that guy at Ferrari. Like Leclerc.
But I think he still wants to be world champion, though. I don't think that he's comfortable with how close, but yet how far Ferrari is from winning a
Then say
championship.
something.
They
And say something.
did. They
They did,
did. They
yeah.
were.
This year.
I think both of them put their no. They put their foot down at the end of last year because that was just horrendous.
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean,
But
yeah.
I think, and that has implemented changes. Okay, so this is what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna table the Ferrari conversation for a month until we come back and they're in Miami and we actually see what the car does there. Okay, now now moving on to the actual circuit because you said that you love Suzuka. Now
I
compared
love this
to
again.
the other races that have happened this year, where do you rate Suzuka?
Man, it's so hard because in my heart of hearts, there's always one, but China was amazing, so it'd be like China. I would put it at third. So
Okay.
China, Australia, and then Suzuka.
I would have
Because
to
it was
agree with you. Because when I was
yeah.
watching the race, I was just like, ugh, the race was not as exciting as the Chinese Grand Prix.
Mm,
Yeah.
mm,
You know,
no.
the wheel to wheel racing of Ferrari was cool. The overtakes between drivers, George Russell,
Mm-hmm.
Lando, Oscar, Kimi Antonelli not having such a good start, falling back, fighting his way to win the race. I think that that was all cool and everything, but I don't think that it hit like the Chinese Grand Prix hit. That like hit.
Miami has a straight.
Yes, and it's also in a parking lot. But what are you saying?
It's gonna be hard.
Ferrari. You would not leave them alone. Oh
Now,
my gosh. You
now
would
Oscar done
not
woke
let
up. They should have did. They should have did it. The whole pro. They should have did this for Oscar waking up. Oscar wants to win. I see that. That's his
he
fight. He wants to
does.
win.
I
Leclerc don't
agree.
want to win. Leclerc don't want to win.
You don't think that Leclerc wants to win, or you think that he does not have the power to win?
He doesn't have
Like
the
the power
situation.
within his, yeah, the power in the car to win.
and the organization.
Unfortunately.
It's mind
Okay.
blowing that Ferrari can win in any other circuit and any other series in the world.
And they
Can I?
struggle at Formula One. Why?
Because they
That's what
think
I
that
don't understand. That's why I
they're
have a
good.
hard time because I just don't only support Ferrari and Formula One. I support them in a lot of other racing series, and they seem to do well there.
My,
I mean, gosh, for me to go to Le Mans, I would so love to go to Le Mans and see Ferrari. But it's,
Michael Michael Schumacher was such a pillar at Ferrari
yeah, yeah, no, you're right about that.
that Ferrari still didn't respect him, and he changed teams.
Yeah, then he went to Mercedes, and then that wasn't a good deal. That wasn't a good idea either.
Everybody caught up with what he was doing. He was the first one to really like work out, and really take it serious. You know, but when, like I said, when he was at Ferrari, they should have did everything he could do and let him stay at Ferrari. And I don't know,
Well,
I
I
mean,
don't know the circumstances in which Michael
that's what I'm
Schumacher
saying. Yeah.
left, but I will say this. He so Michael Schumacher and Carlos Sainz were, I think they had the same type of relationship with the engineers. They really
Mm-hmm.
valued the relationship with the engineers. Not trying to say that Chuck doesn't, because I mean I don't know, but I know specifically with Carlos Sainz, it has been said over and over and over again that he tends to stay in the garage and work closely with the engineers. They even say that at Williams. So apparently there's just some drivers that have that type of personality where they're like, look, I want to know everything about the
Yep.
car, and I will stay with the engineers and like work everything out with them to make sure that the car is set up right. But then again, the circumstances of Formula One in which it operated were so different from the era of Michael Schumacher to now. So
That's true.
I don't know.
I mean,
I
that's
don't
true.
know.
But Ferrari ain't changed though. That's the problem. The car has changed many a
Oh my
times.
gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay. All right.
If
So,
I'm lying, I'm lying.
well, the only people that could prove you wrong is Ferrari at this point.
I'm still waiting.
Now, okay, come on. Before we get out of here, we are going to shift now to the red flag segment of Monday Night Vibes. So, Amani, explain to everybody what the red flag section of the podcast is.
Yeah. So the red flag report is basically different news segments that's happened in Formula One off the track that has been going on. For example, there was a heist that happened not too long ago over some Kit Kat bars.
Yes.
So apparently, what the news thing
Which,
is that in Europe, of course, in Europe, because everything gets hijacked in Europe, no security,
yeah.
which is crazy,
Mm-hmm.
is that uh 12 tons of Kit Kat bars totaling $413,000
This is so good.
just got they just took it. They just walked
Oh.
off with it. Got legs, walked off with it. Now,
So,
for what? Mm,
isn't the story the Kit Kat bars, which I'm telling you, these are so good, by the way,
mm-hmm.
were being transported from Italy to, I believe, when? Poland, where? Poland. And the shipment never made it to the destination. And authorities are still trying to figure out what's going on. But what's so significant about the Kit Kat bars, they don't look like the one that I'm eating right now.
The Formula One.
They look like Formula One cars.
Mm-hmm. I
Money,
wonder. I wonder who had
give
that
those people
livery.
their Kit Kat bars back, please.
Look, I wonder who. I
Mm.
wonder who was going to have that livery on their car. That Kit Kat was going to announce that they teamed up with Formula One and da da da. I wonder who was the lucky guy to have the Kit Kat or the lucky team that who's going to have the Kit Kat livery where they can't do it no more. That'd be absolutely crazy. But you talking about 400? 413, 12 tons.
That's a lot of dang chocolate. Like, what are you gonna do with that?
You sell on black market.
To who?
The black market is pretty big. You just sell it to everybody on black market. There's a
All
ton of
right,
people on the
well,
black market. So now if you want a black market, which we advise you don't do it, okay?
I was about to say, I'm not going on the black market. I'd rather
It's
enjoy
pretty
my
fun.
Kit Kats
So now you can get different type of
free
organs
and clear.
and body parts on the black market. You probably get any virus to put on the computer on the black market, and like probably any documents forged, signature, and signed on the black market. And now you can get F1 shaped Kit Kat bars on the black market.
We're gonna get shadow banned.
Not yet.
We're gonna get shadow banned.
I can get a shadow ban right now.
I don't want to get shadow banned. I want to sit here and enjoy my Kit Kat. And whoever took the Kit Kat, return the dang Kit Kats, please.
Why? It's already taken.
Just return them.
It's already taken.
Just anonymously show up at the destination site, wherever it was in Poland, and drop a Kit Kats off. But they are so good.
I love Kit Kats. Hold on,
I don't know.
hold on. Here we go. Hold on. Whoa.
What?
We can do a this and that.
What's this and that?
So this and that is like it's like so I would do like I would say what's a better candy? Kit Kat or Snickers?
Okay, Snickers for me. Kit Kat comes in second. But we had to finish our red flags.
That's what I'm saying. We'll do the red flags.
Yeah, we're doing the red flags. All right.
Yeah.
Red flag
Yeah.
report. We have to talk about the hobby because the hobby is going crazy over this Lewis Hamilton card. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So the Lewis Hamilton card says it's a signed card, autograph card, patch auto,
Yeah.
Lewis Hamilton. And what does he say? For the Tifosi is what's
Uh
written on the card.
yes. So it's a 2025 Dynasty Lewis
Dynasty.
Hamilton. Yeah. So
Ev-
basically it's the horizontal. Let's see. No, it's a vertical. It's a
no,
vertical card
vertical.
because most dynasties come in horizontal for people that know in the card business. So also it has a jumbo patch.
Of the
Uh,
prancing horse.
mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Of the prancing horse. And
And it's one.
it just isn't just an auto. So like when you and this is for people who aren't familiar with the hobby
Mm-hmm.
or the top dynasty collectible cards. So usually it's a um patch auto of um memorabilia, maybe be like a jersey or a racing suit. In
Mm-hmm.
this case, it's Lewis's racing suit. And like you said, it's horizontal, so it's not it's vertical, so it's not horizontal. Has his autograph on it, but then it says to the Tifosi.
Yes.
And that's one thing that I really find original about this card because when they started these cards back in 2021, it just had a
2020.
auto 2020. Yeah, but they
Mm-hmm.
came out. Didn't they come out in 21 though?
Came out in 2020
Okay.
before COVID. It was yeah. It's like
Was it
right there with
before
COVID.
COVID?
Yeah,
Okay.
because it used to be at the
I
beginning
thought
of
it
the
was
year.
2020. Yeah, that's why I'm saying
Mhm.
2021 because it's like it they do 2020 and then it comes out in 2021. Anyway,
Well, now
um
because COVID messed that up.
okay.
Yeah,
So now the card sold for a whopping
200,000,
$200,000.
200,000.
$200,000.
Mm-hmm.
That's like insane. Okay. Now it's not like crazy.
What?
No, but it's not like crazy because you think of like the Honus Wagner. You think crazy. You think Michael Jordan 1986 Fleer. Crazy. You know,
This is
you think
F1
of those
crazy.
cards. But yeah, that's F1 crazy. I like
Mm-hmm.
that. We're going to use that term. So that's F1 crazy.
Yeah.
So what do you think that means for the cards that have come before that Lewis Hamilton that sold for $200,000. What do you think that how it disrupts the market for those cards, like the Topps 2020 Chrome and all those other autos that Lewis previously
Well,
signed?
2020 was always the holy grails to get. Number one,
Hmm.
it's always been that way. I tell people all the time is that if you want the holy grails of the card market, and besides maybe like 23 because that was Oscars year, but you know, but other than that, the 2020 is that you buy
What?
24, 23, 22 to get to 2020.
Hmm.
So all that 2020 stuff has gone, but it was also that Lewis Hamilton Super Refractor Auto that sold for I think a million,
Mm.
and that helped the 2020 mark go up. This really helps Dynasty. At 2020 Dynasty goes up. That really helps that a lot. But it also helps with the 2020 just Chrome and Sapphire cards, also. But it definitely gives a bump. I mean, you have Lewis Hamilton. That's who you really want to get, and I think it bumps all that 2020 up because that puts everything on notice, as it should.
But do you think that it's the hype because it's Ferrari and this is
This,
this is
well,
him in his Ferrari era versus Mercedes?
not really. Well, it has a part into it because Ferrari, whatever we said on the show of Ferrari is still a luxury. It's a top brand in the
Right.
world, so
Right.
that has a lot to do with it. But also is that if it's Leclerc, it doesn't move the needle. But because you have the goat, like Michael Jordan moves the needle. It's not too many. It's Wayne Gretzky moves the needle. Lewis Hamilton moves the needle, and
I
so
mean, even a Kobe or Braun.
I mean Kobe. Well, listen, Kobe doesn't really move the needle. He doesn't move the needle. Jordan moves the needle more than LeBron. It's
So you're
just
trying to
this.
say if somebody just walked up to you and gave you like a LeBron, what was the LeBron card? Was it the logo man?
Oh yeah, the
Triple,
NBA logo,
triple.
yeah, the triple,
Yeah.
yeah, logo,
Yeah.
yeah,
That was the LeBron card, wasn't it? And
right.
then they had another LeBron. Was it LeBron and there
Got
were
LeBron
two
and,
there was
there's
it Michael
Kobe.
Jordan? Was it
So yeah, Michael. No, because that's every upper deck. Let
what's
me look.
what's the card that had two basketball players and their autos on the
You
card
have
that sold for crazy?
so
But the triple, um,
so you had a triple logo man, right?
how much did
And you
that sell
had
for?
well, they had Jordan. I think Mr. Wonderful has that one.
Which one? The Jordan or
He
the
has
triple
Jordan.
logo
I
man?
think he has no. The exquisite is the logo man on.
Huge shout out to Carvin for exquisite cards. He's an amazing guy and he brought that exquisite card collection to life.
Who?
Carvin.
He bought the. Oh yeah, well
Yeah, he was the brains
he
behind
put
that.
who he was.
Yes. And if you don't believe me, you can listen to it on Apex Takeover podcast because I interviewed him.
That's the hottest podcast in the city right now.
Which like Monday
You know
Vibes
what I'm
and Quiet
saying?
Card Podcast.
That's
Yeah, I'm trying to tell
right.
you, these Kit Kats are amazing.
Uh, but let's see. Let's see. He has the yeah. So he has a dual logo man.
Is it dual or triple?
No, just dual. And they sold
Dual.
for
Okay.
13 million with the Kobe. Yeah, Kobe and Michael on it.
Come on. That's the one
Mhm.
that I was talking about.
Yeah, because
So
well,
there's
Michael.
two so there's two stepper ones. Let's get this right. So there's two stepper ones, right? What's the one with LeBron?
The one with LeBron is the triple logo man. It has
The
the Cleveland, Heat,
Heat.
and Lakers on
Exactly.
there.
How much did that sell for?
I don't think they ever sold.
I think they did sell. I think it did sell. And I think it was record breaking. So you have that one, and then you said the one with Michael Jordan and who else?
Kobe.
With Kobe, that sold for 13 million. This Lewis card sold for 200,000. This is what I'm saying.
It
So if you had that,
2020
hmm
2022 is sold and it sold, yeah, so that triple logo man, so in 2022 it sold 2.4 million. So it's probably a $10 million
look,
car right now.
Assist knows what she's talking about in the hobby, okay? Just a little bit. I listen. All right. Now, would I ever go buy any of those cards? Absolutely not. But I do listen to the reports when they come in.
Should.
And I
It's a
was
good car to get.
very, very,
That car
very
might not see the light
pleasantly
of day.
surprised that triple logo man. First of all, it was a beautiful card. And I love the symbolism behind it. So you said it sold for $2 million?
Back in 2022.
Oh,
It's probably a $10
yeah,
million card right now.
probably is.
And we
And then
probably
the
see it
Michael
when he
Jordan and
and
Kobe,
Kobe.
you said was how many million?
Third. What's it, 12?
$12 million.
12 or 13, yeah, 12 or 13 million.
That's insane.
Well, like I said,
Insane.
Michael Jordan carries the card.
Ah, how
It's
you gonna
just
just shut Kobe out like that?
Kobe wasn't never his cards just now just kind of going up, and that Kobe's
But
never.
it's I know, but it's legacy though.
Well, I mean, we can talk about legacy, yeah, but listen,
Okay, it's
we can
okay.
talk we can talk about legacy of Kobe, and we could be on here talking about legacy of Kobe. But in the card space, Kobe Bryant cards never really moved anything. Like it wasn't like it was so his after his passing, it went up, spiked up, of course, but then it just kind of never it doesn't rise like how like a Jordan cards are rising right. It rises.
Does that
It's
have
not.
anything to do with his victory in NASCAR? I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
You know what I tell you this. I tell you this, which is that is true at a point, but also the National is in Chicago. Every time it's in
Mhm.
Chicago, his cars go up.
Well, they do this big ode to Jordan. And I say this to anybody who is in Chicago or they are visiting Chicago during the National. If you are a true Michael Jordan fan, please go to the National because they do this humongous like
Mm-hmm.
spread. Like he gets a basketball court and everything. Like they have all these signed
Yeah.
memorabilia,
Mm-hmm.
shoes, basketballs, hats, you name it. It was very as a Michael Jordan fan, I mean, I grew up watching Michael Jordan. It was very spectacular to see and to be up and close and personal with a lot of the sports memorabilia that bears his autograph. Um,
He's the goat.
he is like one of I think he's I
The goat.
think that is like one of my regrets in life, not being able to see Michael Jordan play basketball in person. And I'm talking about even when he went to the Hornets in Charlotte, you know, I would have
Oh,
I mean, I know well, that's
he
the
was the
part of the
owner.
career that well, yeah,
Yeah.
but just to be able to attend anything Michael Jordan. I think that's the reason why I watch him so much now in NASCAR because I never had a chance to do anything in person. Whether he owned the team, was a part of the team, like I never had a chance to. And I was a kid that loved Michael Jordan. Like everybody wants to be like Mike. That was me.
Yep.
Like it was, and like also too, what he was to Spike Lee. Like I love the shoes, and those
Oh
are
yeah.
actually the first Jordans I ever bought myself. Really, were the combination the shoes that he did with Spike Lee. But yeah, no, it I mean, I even watched Jordan play baseball when I was a kid.
Shout out to Birmingham Bruins.
Yeah, like Jordan was and always has been to me, one of the greatest athletes of all time. I mean, hence the reason my son's named Jordan. Like
Interesting.
seriously. Yes. I mean, did I tell you the reason why I named Jordan Jordan?
I did not know that. I didn't. Well,
Yeah, no, seriously. We didn't know what we were going to name Jordan. This is just like a quick, like, 10 things about Tanya. And it's our podcast, so I could talk about it. So, really quick, our two boys, our older boys, both had J names. And we knew that we wanted our baby to have a J name, but
Mhm.
we could not agree on one. And I was maybe like about 7 months pregnant. And I went into the closet. I was talking on the phone and I went into the closet and I tripped
Mhm.
over a shoe. And when I picked the shoe up, it was a Jordan. And I'm trying to figure out, like, okay, because he had, like, Jordan's dad had a lot of Jordans.
Mhm.
And I picked up the shoe. I'm trying to figure out which box it went in. And I looked at the shoe and I'm like, oh my gosh. So I called him and I said, hey, what do you think about Jordan? And yeah, that's how Jordan came up with this. How we came up with Jordan's name. And we also know that Jordan's going to be extremely tall. His dad was 6'5" and I'm 5'11",
Mhm.
and the pediatrician has projected that Jordan's going to be about 6'6". So yeah, the name just fit. So yeah,
Jeez.
that's how Jordan came up. That's how Jordan got his name Jordan.
What was another name y'all was going they couldn't agree on?
I
James.
wanted no, I wanted Jacob. I wanted Jacob so bad, and he was like, "No, absolutely
Jacob.
not." I wanted Jacob. I want to call him Jake. I don't know, and I guess that's Denzel Washington.
Yo, he would have been here.
In Training Day,
Come on, Jake.
Jake, come on, Jake.
Jake from State Farm.
Oh my gosh, no.
That's what they've been doing. That's what they've been
So
doing right there in high school.
yeah,
Jake from
so
State Farm.
that was the only acceptable J name that I could get from Jordan's dad. So that's how Jordan came up with his name.
That's crazy because my son's name is Jalen. So,
Yeah.
but I
See,
didn't name
we
him.
went through the J's: Jalen, Jonathan, John, Josh. We went through all of them. But
Jackenzie?
no, but I also knew too, and this is just a little bit about me as well. My older son's name is Jeremiah, and that's more like a biblical name. And I did want to kind of carry that as well. And Jordan, of course, it has some biblical relevance to it. Um, and yeah, greatest basketball player of all time. So yeah, get your butt out there and start dribbling, Jordan. Which he has for the last couple of years. Jordan has played basketball. He hasn't since his dad passed away, but I've been talking to him about it, and he definitely says that he wants to do it again. So you know,
Jackson
no,
with an
that is such
X.
no. Okay, Jax.
Jaxon.
Okay, no, there was no Jackson because the Sons of Anarchy dude was named Jack Teller, and I was like, no, that's a no. No Sons of Anarchy over here.
That's the one. That
Huge
was the
shout out to
one.
Charlie Hunnam because I did like the series and I did watch it the whole time I was in hygiene school, but that was a no. We were not naming him Jax. But yeah,
Or
is he
what is
still
it?
with the J names? That's it.
Jameson? Do we say that?
No, nobody. Okay, no
Judah.
Jameson, no Judah, no Jameson. He got Jordan, and he looks like a Jordan. He acts like a Jordan. He is a Jordan.
You gotta get him start dunking like a Jordan.
I know. I know. I'm gonna get him back out there. The crazy thing is, I just found, and this is another sentimental thing. Oh gosh, this podcast is turning into like just this gushy thing, this gushy bit about
Let it
Jordan.
out. Let it out.
No, but I found when he did play basketball when his dad was still alive, his dad
Mhm.
bought him a basketball and wrote his name on the basketball. And I just found it again. And
Ooh.
I'm like, oh man, but the basketball's so small though. Jordan's hands way bigger.
Yo,
But I was like, oh man, I gotta deflate the basketball and keep the basketball. But yeah,
just or just
I did find
put
it.
it in a case.
That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna deflate it and
Or
then
just
like kind of
inflate it.
fold it. Well, I mean, is it gonna stay like that forever if I put it in the case? I was gonna
Sure.
deflate it and fold it and then get it
Or you can do that. Yeah.
put in a case so he always
Yeah.
has it. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Put it in there.
you know.
Hang it up. So
And what would be the best brand? What's the best brand to preserve basketballs and stuff? See, look, we're doing all these promotion for like hobby and sports memorabilia. It's ridiculous. We
man.
need to be sponsored by them.
I mean, to do that, you know what? Just go to Hobby Lobby.
Yeah, and see if I can find a like a acrylic
Because
one.
if you're going to deflate it, you might as well have something. You probably could just get something that you can hang on the wall in,
Hmm.
like something to
Yeah.
encase it and then hang it on the wall. You just go to Hobby Lobby. So
So
shout out to Hobby Lobby for not sponsoring
yeah.
this segment.
All right. So the red flag report is brought to us and brought to each and every one of you by me and Amani.
Yes.
You have anything to add before we move on from basketballs and Formula One Kit Kats?
No, because hopefully no other really. I mean, like I said, just it's gonna be a month until Miami. I'm really curious to see what happens.
Yes. Me
Who's gonna make
too.
the?
Me too. But one last thing that I did want to add
Mhm.
to the red flag segment. Huge shout out to Fernando Alonso for becoming a first time dad.
Yeah, he's like a dad at like 50. It's crazy.
No, it's not. He's not 50. Stop. He's 40 something or other.
He's he's closer to 50 than he is 13.
Okay. At this point, Amani, we all are. But yeah, huge congratulations to him and his partner on having a nice healthy baby.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Young and dumb.
What?
Hmm?
Okay. I swear, man, we can't take you anywhere. You're gonna
Shout out
get
to
us put out. You're gonna get us put out at any and everywhere.
shout out to you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Orlando. You know, how funny was it that they had him dating Taylor Swift? Remember that?
Yes, yes. And she is a very tall woman, and he is not.
Yeah, he's like 4'3". Um,
Okay, I didn't say that. Amani did. But
he's
moving
44 years
on.
old.
He's not. Is he 44?
He's 44 years old.
Huh.
And that tells me a lot about Aston Martin.
Stop it. Stop it. You're only as old as you feel. Um, that's crazy though. There is no way me being 44 years old, at my age, but whatever. Me being 44 years old, having to start over again, no bueno.
Well, I think it's. I
No
mean,
bueno.
I mean, it's. This is
I
like
don't
two
care
different.
if I have a nanny. I don't care. Oh my goodness. Woo. Having to be responsible for a person, a
You have a
little person
nanny.
at 44, it doesn't matter. He's gonna be like 60.
What's wrong with that? I always feared when Jalen graduated high school. I was gonna be like, oh, next day it's gonna be like I was gonna get a letter in the mail going, you are the poppy. I go,
What?
that's
That
the
you're gonna
worst.
have to start over?
That's like the worst feeling because it happened.
Okay.
It happened to my homeboy. My homeboy, he his son graduated,
Hmm.
and you know they threw the graduation party and all this other stuff, and his his baby mama got him again.
So both of their son, there's the son that they have together graduated,
Mm-hmm.
and then she found out she was pregnant
By
again.
him.
Wow.
Because they went to the party. She planned all this, you know what I'm saying? It's total wolf, you know what I'm saying? Everything happens, you know what I'm saying? And she was
That's
like,
insane.
I'll see you in 18 years. Pay up.
Mm.
Cause he got off child support and everything. Was like, yeah, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna go travel. Like, nope, can't do it now.
You're going to be going right to Walmart to buy diapers.
Right there. It's over with. And if
That's
that
terrible.
happens,
I equate it to going back to jail. He got another 18-year bid.
just throw me in jail, man. I ain't doing this no more. You don't want no, because if
Oh
that's the
my
case,
gosh.
I'm buying great value diapers. I'm not buying no Huggies. You can forget that.
You are going to buy the best diapers because you do not want that baby wet. Okay. Or you're holding the
Okay.
baby in. Okay. I'm not gonna get into it. All right, because that ship has sailed for me. Ooh, it's way down there. I don't, it's
Yeah, I
so
don't.
little.
No.
It's I can't even see it anymore. It's beyond the horizon. But anyway, moving on. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Because we have a month off.
Yes.
I know it's going to be very difficult not to talk about Formula One, but we already know that there is going to be some sort of drama that happens between now and Miami.
Hmm.
All right. And we're all here for it. So, my question to you is predictions for Miami Grand Prix. Let's hear it.
So of course, Kimmy wins, but and I think George. I think they made George snap back at it. But here's the thing: will Ferrari have the wing working? The little wing. What they have that wing working, and if they do, how's it going to affect? So I would say this. I think there's going to be some upgrades made. I don't know how far of upgrades they can do because of everything that happened. There'll be some upgrades made. There'll probably be a closer racing. Maybe they'll catch up. I don't think they're gonna catch up. I just don't see it because it's so hard to go back and basically go back to the drawing board and develop. You have to literally develop a whole new power unit. Cause I don't think you can. I don't know. Like I said, this ain't an engineering part. I don't like I said. Mercedes is going to turn it up regardless. And that's the question is that they don't know how far Mercedes can go with this. That's the thing.
So that will will remain to be seen at this point, right? So we will have to see what the how the other cars can catch up in order to defeat Mercedes. I think that that's going to be the theme of the 2026 season. Um,
Ollie
yeah,
Berman, Ollie, he gets top five though. I would say that.
yeah,
I would say
yeah.
that
Top
because
five
he
in what though?
finished the race.
Okay,
Yeah, I mean he's
okay,
already
that's
top
a good
five
prediction.
in the points anyway. He's already top
Mm-hmm.
five in the
Mm-hmm.
points, and I think he sees himself so close. I think he well, let's see, is he top five? Anyway, he's somewhere around there, and no, I know Haas is top five. And I think he sees that he can probably win the constructors, and I think he's going to turn it on. He's good. He's good.
I think a lot of the rookies are very hungry and they do have something to prove. So I think that that's going to make for great racing and very interesting racing too. So
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
we'll see what goes on there. I'm very curious to see where Max Verstappen falls, or he may come back. You know, last year Max Verstappen, we thought that it was a true fall from grace, and then he fought his way back, and this and Lando Norris was still able to run away with it, but it was barely. It was a very slim margin. So, will Max Verstappen and Ford and Red Bull be able to to be able to change that car, modify it in a way that he's competing for race wins? I
Nope.
think that that still remains to be seen. Um, you know, I'm always 10 toes down for Lewis, and I only hope that Ferrari is the same.
Even went back to Max.
Mhm.
When Ford figures it out, Max ain't gonna be on the team.
Okay. Well, so don't be surprised if we hear from Total Wolf like, I got something cooking.
Ooh, I got something cooking.
Oh
So
no.
shout out to Max.
Yeah, and you know what? Shout out to Formula One because been doing this for a while now. And I so love the community and everyone that shows up week after week for us
Mm-hmm.
and loves Formula One just as much as we do. And also too, the growth of Formula One in the United States has continued, and it's getting bigger and bigger. I swear, every time I turn around, it's another commercial or company that's coming in. I was very surprised about Kit Kat, and you know what? They were really good tonight, but I really want the Kit Kat that's like in the shape of a Formula One car. So can't wait till those come stateside, whenever that may be.
One thing on eBay.
I am buying chocolate off of eBay.
You buy these.
I love my life.
You're not
I'm
gonna
not
eat
getting
it.
sick. I'm not
Why
getting
would you
sick.
eat
What are
this?
you gonna do? What are you gonna do? You're gonna send it off to PSA to get graded?
Yeah, they
I'm
graded
not
Cheeto.
ready. That looks like Charizard.
Yeah, I'm gonna have it. Yeah, this looks like a Formula
The
One car.
Charizard Cheetos, you know how Cheetos are. You can have Cheetos in your car for 10 years and nothing ever happens to it. They cannot grade a kid. All right, Amani, I'm leaving.
They are on. They
Get
are
get
on eBay.
good morning, good evening, good afternoon, everybody.
You can buy 30 of them. A
Thank
box of 30
you.
of them.
Thank you for joining us, Tanya and Amani, on Monday Night Vibes podcast. Because I'm done with this. We are not gonna be sending off Kit Kats
Hey,
that
all
look like Formula One cars to be graded at PSA. PSA, do
our
you hear this?
European
This is
our European
insane.
listeners, if y'all listening right now, this is only in Europe. Hey, send me one over. I got you.
Oh
I
my
need this
gosh,
state.
what
I
are we
need
gonna do
this
with this guy?
stateside. Yeah.
All right, Money,
Appreciate
take us out
y'all.
of here. Take us
Hey,
out
look,
of here.
follow us on Spotify, YouTube, everywhere you listen to podcasts at. Still working on the Apple. Shout out to Apple. We are bickering right now why this ain't on Apple, but you know what I'm saying. Follow the Quiet Card Network. Hey, we got more stuff coming in, baby. Listen, we outie.
We
Remember,
out.